What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah. Check it out, man, without a doubt. Hey. I was up New York at the trial, man, and I said to myself, it was boring, y'all. It was boring. There wasn't a whole lot of people out there. But you got your true soldiers. See, I ain't a true soldier I can't stay out there that long. And guess who I ran into? 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 Tales. Hold up, Mike, get it together. I'm so excited because I was excited to see. I said, there she go. She don't know. Girl, I think I'm your biggest fan. I don't care what anybody say. She had on all burgundy. That's her right there, y'all. So when I seen her, I'm trying something new with the mic and everything, and I'm out there. So check it out, man. Check this out. I'm gonna show y'all three different videos in this video, man. This is the first one. This is on my Facebook page, y'all. So check this out. How you click on the thing? What's wrong with this computer today, man?
Yeah, that's the real deal right here. Yeah, 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 Tales is in the house with Uncle Mike, y'all.
Hey, Uncle Mike.
The Music Recording Network, yeah.
Shout out to the Music Recording Network. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe. We got to get people out.
She is so sharp.
Support the people that are doing the good thing. Excellent content. Make sure you
hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, baby.
And comment.
Yeah, we got extra content because we do reactions to 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 Tales. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it.
All right.
And now, look at these two beautiful ladies. Look. Hello. I'm over this joint cutting. I was out there cutting up, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Look, she moving away. I'm still.
Hey, don't tell my fiance I'm looking at a beautiful lady. Hey.
Don't tell my husband.
What do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I work for agency.
Yeah. Okay, she worked. It's so many people out there. I'm trying to figure out who's who and all that type of stuff, man. But check this out. 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 Tales had just came out the courtroom, and I was out there filming and talking to people, and she came out, and I was going to interrupt her and say something to get into her little video, but I didn't want to be rude, and I didn't want to interrupt her flow. And it seemed like to me, it could have been me, but it seemed like she was trying to get away from me so she can get her point out to her people. And as a journalist or as a YouTuber, I don't know how to do no journalist, but I know when I'm trying to do something, I can feel pressure on my back because people like in the background I didn't want to be one of them people doing all this crazy stuff in your background and you looking and that's disturbing you. So I got real far away from her. But I thought I was in the background, so I'm going to look one more time, see if I'm in the background. So check this out, man. She is talking about the victim 4 testifying Capricorn clock fallout. Let's check it out, man. I got my glasses.
Or whoever he thinks he has no cancer.
I was there.
Hi, guys.
Do not D-O.
Oh, I don't know. Wait, hold on, baby.
And this lady was talking everybody head off about anything stupid, man.
Right when I get off of live, okay? So okay, guys, I'm going to see you right in a second. Hey, guys, what's going on? Listen, just had to come live. We are at the courthouse. There's proof I'm not in my mama's basement with the wall painted gray. That is proof we're at the courthouse. But you guys, guess what? Breaking news. Victim Mia. Mia is going to testify today. Baby, let me tell you something. The fallout from Capricorn Clark is bad. The fallout from Capricorn Clark literally ended Diddy. However, the prosecutor, when I was in that court, I said, golly, if I was Diddy, I'd be like, yo, take it easy. When I say they would just kept that pressure, kept the foot on his neck, they was like, go. Capricorn Clark ended Diddy. People want to see the RICO, you got it. People want to see the criminal organization, baby, you got it. But the part that got to me is, I said, what are they going to follow up with? They said that, hey, good morning. They said that they were going to bring the fire investigator out, right? He was the one that was going to talk about the arson and the way that they found female DNA on the Molotov cocktail. Now, listen, to me, that don't prove nothing because I know if Diddy got all these goons, he got goonettes. But the thing about the video, the DNA is the federal prosecutor said, stop. That's going to confuse the jury.
Wait a minute, y'all, because she rolling. She right. just because they got female DNA on the bottle, that don't mean, because, all that does really prove is you got other people other than Diddy, because he's a male and not a female, helping you commit these crimes. That's part of the RICO. So anything, you just prove more about the RICO. That's all you did right there.
Diddy got all these goons. He got goonettes. But the thing about the video, the DNA is the federal prosecutor said, stop. That's going to confuse the jury. They said, stop. That's going to confuse the jury. It is partial female DNA, which means it's inconclusive, which means that they got nothing, which means Diddy, try again. And Diddy's gonna try, but let's get into this, you guys. It has just been announced that Mia, I think she's either victim number 2 or 4. Gina's victim number 3, but like Mark Agnafilio said, Yana, Gina's not coming. And even if he did, boy, Gina would not be a good thing, because if I was the federal prosecutors, she could be like, I love him. He's a good man. He's the best man I've ever had. And I'd be like, roll tape. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call Tasha K to the stand and talk about that interview that she did with Tasha K, where she let us know all of Diddy's business and the fact that he's been a monster. But anyway, Mia is scheduled to testify today. The prosecution is so confident that they got that ninja dead to rights that the prosecution said, baby, we don't need 6 weeks. It was expected 6 weeks. We think that we can get away with it for 5 weeks. Diddy might go 2 to 4 weeks for his defense, but at this point, what are you gonna say? Cassie was a ho is not a defense. They made me do it is not a defense. Diddy gave me opportunities is not a defense. What the 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦? What the hell are y'all talking about?
I remember her saying that.
My makeup this morning.
I remember her saying that.
You know me when I'm rushing. It never really works. In any case, what else can I tell y'all? So Diddy's doing that. The victim number, Mia is going to be the one that is going to break down the RICO charge and prove what's been going on. Mia is an alias. Mia is one of Diddy's former assistants. The line's going in right now. I might have to get off in a second, but I'm going to hold out for as long as I can. Mia is one of Diddy's assistants. Mia is the one. It's an alias that is expected to literally...
That's me right behind her right there. I see myself. Oh, y'all don't need to see me. Wait a minute.
I might have to get off in a second, but I'm going to hold out for as long as I can.
Oh, man, you can barely see me.
Mia is one of Diddy's assistants. Mia is the one...
right there. That's me right there with the hat on with that crazy stripy shirt on. That's me right there. yeah, I got in there. That's all. Here we go.
It's an alias that is expected to literally confirm all of the RICO mess. Y'all, listen, hold on. He's the one that is expected to confirm. Hey, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Queen Reen. Say good morning, Tisa. Have breakfast on me. Oh, thank you. Yana, let's get into this.
Yana.
I know this is right?
Yep. I see myself in the background. That's all I wanted to see.
Oh, listen, they're letting people in. Let me get inside the courtroom. Victim number 2 is testifying. This is going to be a big deal. I'll talk to y'all later. I got to go. Wait, maybe I don't. So victim number 2 is the one. I got to go. Bye.
Yeah, I told her, you got to go. You got to go, because the line started moving, right? So hold on, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Resume. Okay, y'all pulled up the footage of her walking around doing I was filming her. I hope she don't mind. I was just filming her just to show how empty it is out there. And Diddy's mad because he thought the whole New York would show up on his behalf. Free Diddy with the free Diddy t-shirts and all that stuff. So Diddy is straight up mad, man. I heard that from a lot of people down there that Diddy's pissed off, man. He said ain't nobody coming to support him. His family barely coming. Yeah, so yeah, Tisha is doing her thing. And I called myself, am I disturbing you? I'm hoping I'm not disturbing you, so if she see the camera pointing at her. But I said, well, maybe I act like I'm filming something else, but she's going off, man. She is going off on it. So this is my way of bringing some unique footage, so to speak. But check this out. Let's see if we can hear what she's saying.
We don't need 6 weeks. It was expected 6 weeks. We think that we can get away with it for 5 weeks. Diddy might go 2 to 4 weeks for his defense, but at this point, what are you gonna say? Cassie was a ho.
Look, guys, look. I wish I had a closer
Diddy
this.
gave me opportunities. It's not a defense. What the 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦? What the hell?
What the hell? All right, that's good enough, man. I just wanted to show y'all that, man. That Uncle Mike was down there. I'm showing y'all proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Got my Jaguar Right shirt on. Show love to her. I bought 2 shirts, man. So if y'all see me with this one on tomorrow, it's because I bought 2 of them so I can wear this one twice. You get it. Anyway, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. This is live. This is something up. The meltdown that's in the courtroom. I have already left and came back home, and now when she came out the courtroom and I was driving home, this is what she said, because I ain't seen this yet. So this first time reaction, let's check it out.
Literally asked the fire detective, yo, what happened to those missing fingerprint cards? If you know what I'm talking about, go look at my other live.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, what happened to the missing fingerprint charge? All of a sudden, there was this tense charge. Your Honor, we want a mistrial. They said that the government was leading people to believe that Diddy was buying his way to freedom. They were leading people to believe that Diddy was buying people to destroy evidence. And I said, right? They said that it needs to stop because they were leading people to believe that Diddy was doing all this crazy stuff.
He was buying people to stand outside the courtroom and wear his free Diddy shirt. He was buying people to do that, which was a waste of money. You know, when you got so much money, you don't know what to do with it. And you should have seen them bums and them people coming out there, boy. Man, where they at? Where can I'm trying to make this money. I wear the shirt. Shoot, I want this money. And I'm like, God dang. I felt sorry for them people. They don't even know what's going on. They just need the money. They need the money.
Baby. Right? They might not be wrong, but the point of the matter is they demanded a mistrial. They were hopping up and down. It was a tense showdown. Your Honor, the questioning. Your Honor, what they're doing. Sorry, I'm dropping my pins, right? Hold on a second. Hold on. Your Honor, sorry about that. Your Honor, the questioning is leading to believe. Your Honor, this is a travesty. Your Honor, this needs to stop now. The judge looked at him and said, Counselor. And again, it was tense. It was a meltdown. It was a showdown. They were hot. When I tell you they were hot, also Dante Nash, baby, Diddy just got bodied by a 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦. Dante Nash came in looking like a vision in cream. I can see why he's a celebrity stylist. He strode in, and he's only been on the trial for 20 minutes, and he has destroyed Diddy already. Let me tell y'all something. Diddy is going to jail. He ain't beating these charges. There's too many people around, too many people doing things. Listen. Also, when Dante Nash was testifying, the Baby Oil Bandits actually came in and joined, and they were sitting there watching Deante's testimony. It makes me think, are they trying to intimidate people? Anyway, right? Diddy's team has moved for an immediate mistrial. Now, they got laughed out the courtroom. We'll get lawyers on to actually talk about why. I'm just giving you my first person thing. They say the questions are irrelevant. How is the questions irrelevant? Well, Mark Agnifilo, when he's on cross and he don't know what to say, he be asking dumb questions like, and again, I get why he's doing it, but he be asking dumb questions like, so were you wearing Red Sox? I guess I was. And what color was your shirt? Blue. And where'd you get those Red Sox from? I mean, not Target. We don't support their non-DEI initiatives. So I guess you're getting them from Costco's? Oh, and what Costco's? He just goes off on irrelevant tangents. And I get it. Sometimes the defense makes you move around with irrelevant, but immediately it kind of wraps it up. His stuff just never wraps up. It's basically like you don't have any defense, right? They said that the prosecution's questions was making it look like Diddy was buying his freedom, like he was buying people to destroy evidence, like he was buying people. Now listen, I think the implication was there, but the implication, one thing they never explained is what happened to the evidence cards. It's not their fault we live on planet Earth and people are saying fingerprint cards got destroyed for no reason without the detectives. Okay, that's suspicious, that's odd, right? Anyway, they moved for a mistrial. Judge Aaron looked at them And every time he looks at them, I feel like he is saying, like, I am tired of y'all and these shenanigans. He said the time to procedurally, you need to object to a line of questions. You need to object to the questions. Remember I said law is the game. It is very, very procedural. And if you don't, but listen, if you don't check out if you don't go along with the procedure, then it's kind of like you've already X'd yourself out. You don't qualify. The way that you did this is when they're asking the questions, you're literally supposed to say, you know what? Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. I object to this line of questioning. Because they literally let the whole line of questioning go on. And they were sitting there, sitting on mute, sitting stuck. And then finally, when they realized at the end, and they probably saw us all jumping on live, talking about, oh my God, Diddy got him on the police. Diddy did this, Diddy did that, right? Then they were like, oh my God, this is bad, this is bad, this is really bad. They probably got on the blogs and Twitter and saw everybody saying, oh my God, Diddy has moles. But it's not because of what the prosecution said. We're going along with what Little Rod said. The implication of what happened with G, with the bang bang in the studio. The implication of how Diddy had a 20-year alleged reign of terror and nobody was pulling him in. That's what we're going on. Not the prosecution's implication, even though they did a good job implicating. The judge said because you didn't object at that time, you didn't say everything. Now that you see that it's not hitting right, now that you see that everybody's looking at Diddy like, right, demon, now you want to strike it and you want a mistrial. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it happens. Fox Rules, thank you so much for the super chat. And also, Honeybee Therapy said, love your reporting. Thank you, Honeybee. All right, y'all, let's get into this because there is so much to talk about. Janice Combs and the boys came here. Let's talk about Dante. Make sure I'm saying his name right. Let's talk about Mr. Nash, shall we? Because, baby, Diddy just got bodied by a cutie patootie. We'll also get into the rest of the fire expert, Deontay. We'll also get into the fire captain's thing. Cindy said, listening during my lunch break. Love your reporting. Keep up the great work, Cindy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Again, let me just say this. Everybody was talking trash that said I was mistreating the trial and Diddy was going to go down and they don't know what I'm saying and I'm too biased. Well, guess what? I'm biased and I'm right. Take it up with God. It's not my fault that I am sitting in the courtroom and I see the way the prosecution is building their case. I see the way the jury is reacting. Now, I am not Nostradamus. I cannot predict the future. However, it's funny that my opinion of the way the case is going, from the beginning, the arc is coming around full circle, baby. We are in our redemption arc. Let's talk about Dante Nash. We'll get to the fire expert. I do want to say that Mark Agnifilio on the cross-examining of the fire expert, baby, the fire expert literally, he was running circles around Mark Agnifilio. At one point, what's the man's name? Hold on.
He said, what's the
At
man's name?
one point, I was just shaking my head like, can you please, Lance, fire detective Lance Jimenez? Huh? Jimenez. Thank you. Hey, you guys, we got Law Logic over here. We are going to collab. I know y'all know Law Logic on YouTube. He does the best breakdowns, the Legal Eagle. Yes. We are going to collab sometime soon, and he is going to give his opinion. What's your handle?
With Logic, LAWGIC. That's what everyone calls me. I'll tell you that mistrial application, the defense had a point. The entire objective of that line of questioning was clearly so that the jury would come away thinking that Diddy has connections in the police force, and that led to fingerprint cards.
And it worked. Go on.
It worked, right? We all thought, all sitting there, oh my God. Yeah. Because he's like, the fingerprint card that was taken from the break-in into Kid Cudi's house, that goes missing. And he's like, that's not usual. And he's like, that's not usual. And that made the defense go nuts, because now the implication is that Diddy, because he's rich, powerful, or because he's Diddy, has connections with the police, then now they remove evidence that might implicate him. And they went nuts and said, we need a mistrial. The judge pointed out and said, hey, you guys didn't object to this whole line of questioning. You never once raised an objection here. I thought they were going down to investigating, trying to show the DNA issues, and you never objected. As soon as you did, I sustained it, and I stopped the questioning, and I'll give a curative instruction. A curative instruction basically means I'll tell the jury disregard. And what normally he says disregard the answer, over here he says disregard all the questions and answers because it has no relevance to the case. And I thought that was a pretty healthy curative instruction.
Wow.
But they were definitely, the state was definitely trying to paint Diddy as someone who corrupted the police.
So what do you say to my whole thing is they did a good job of painting him. However, we don't exist in the background. We know the other lawsuits against him.
Yeah.
This has been something in the civil lawsuits. You have police in your pocket. Little Rod's lawsuit, you have police in your pocket. So yeah, the judge did say that fingerprints went missing, but there is not a choir boy on trial. The fact that everybody's mind jumped to, oh, you're paying off, just lets me know that, like, I don't think public sentiment is looking at Diddy as innocent as he would like.
Oh,
you
no.
know?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Tim.
Yeah.
I think that public sentiment is that, especially if you've been sitting there watching this trial, they've done a good job of portraying him as being a monster.
Yeah.
And whether he committed these crimes or not is a different story. But they had one witness after another talk about the physical abuse, the emotional abuse, the threatening. Even today, right now, we heard about threatening parents. You're probably going to get to
but
that.
there's Dante Nash. We're about to get to this. He threatened Cassie's parents.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But the question is it sex trafficking and are they RICO charges? And we also have to see what the defense comes forward with.
I think so. Also, give them the handles one more time. We are going to, when we have more time, we are going to sit down, but give them your social media handles.
On the weekend.
He
Sunday.
is for Sunday. He is a certified lawyer. And when I tell you his legal takes are chef's kiss, why don't you give your handle one more time?
So I'm Joe Nierman. My channel on YouTube and Rumble is Good Logic. You'll find me on X at The Following Pro. And I'm dropping 2 videos a day, plus I do a live stream at night. I urge you to check out hers. She brings
But you guys are already here. Okay.
Check her out, baby. Check out my coverage. I'm giving a different kind of take where I'm focusing on how the law is working with respect to this trial.
Okay, thank you.
I need to go to his channel.
Okay, so listen, make sure you catch it out, even though I'm giving a long take too. But you know what? Check everybody out. Anyway, you guys, listen. Let's get into Dante Nash. Now, listen, you guys know, yes, I do think Diddy is guilty as all sin, but you know why I'm out here in the courthouse. I'm going to talk to everybody and get everybody's opinion on what's going on, because like I said, I'm not God, nor do I pretend to be, but I want you guys to have varied opinions, the good, the bad, the ugly, it doesn't matter. I want you guys to have the varied opinions, okay? And that is just another opinion, even though, baby, he's agreeing with what we're saying. Again, thank you so much, Honeybee. Again, also, Cindy, I hope you're done eating lunch. One powerful idea is reporting part excellent. Keep it going. Also, why not react to this? Is my first time catching a live stream. I've been watching you since 2023. What's up? You remind me of a young Wendy Williams with your laughs and minus Kevin and the drug use, right? You remind me of a young Wendy Williams with the laughs and fierce reporting. I love it. Keep doing your thing. Thank you so much. Shout out to the Queen, Wendy Williams. Shahara said, keep putting in that work, Tisa. Also, hold on really quick. Also, Hera Copel said, Tisa, I'm glad you got security. How y'all know I got security? How y'all know that's just not my man standing in the corner? Anyway, Tisa, I'm glad you got security. Some YouTube, for YouTube content creators. Baby, you know my man don't like anybody yelling at me at all. It's all love, but he doesn't like people yelling at me at all. Hold on really quick, y'all. I gotta get this.
Poor thing.
Hold on.
Poor
Let's
thing.
see.
That's what happens when you're doing everything yourself. Yeah. Shouting out, baby. Shouting out. Hey.
Hold on.
Shoot, man.
1 second.
Take your time, girl. Take your time. Your true fans are down with you.
Let's talk about Dante Nash. Diddy, it's only been 20 minutes and Diddy got bodied by a cutie patootie. He got bodied by a cutie patootie. And let me tell you something. Shout out for that. Listen, shout out to the prosecution actually making things line up, because I'm sick of Diddy's team making inferences that everybody in the world is paid off, can't be trusted, lying, this and that. The minute anybody points out his shit, all of a sudden, mistrial, objection. Victoria Space, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so let's get into Dante Nash. He made devastating testimony, and then we'll get into the fire expert. He did so good. Y'all, listen to this. And the thing is, I now see, he said he spent a lot of time with Cassie I now see Cassie's delivery. That's what everybody's delivery is. Just very nonchalant, but in a very devastating way. He came ready to play. So he was, so anyway, he came directly to, Why Not React. Thank you so much for the Tattletales family. Okay, he came directly to, came in, right? Now he is Deontay. I think he was in the room when the stuff with Bona happened. He said he spent all his time with Cassie. He was in all whitish cream, like a light cream, cutie patootie. Emily Comey was on the 1s and 2s. She said, okay, so she said, do you want to testify? He said, absolutely not. He was subpoenaed to be there. He's a celebrity stylist. He did Diddy and Cassie styling from 2008 to 2018. He moved to New York. Early in 2008, he responded to a Craigslist ad. He became a fashion intern with Derek Roach, that was Diddy's stylist. He stopped in 2018. They showed him a picture of him. He said, do you recognize yourself? He said, yes. He said, I look amazing, which he did.
Yeah.
Right? Then he said, stop 2000. He said he looked amazing. He said he looked amazing. He paid via he said he looked amazing. He was paid via Sean Diddy Combs' company. There's the forfeiture, there's the legal laws right there, right? He said he was super close with Cassie. They spent all their time together. She said that Cassie was dating Diddy. He knew pretty early on, between 2009, 2010. That's when he found out they were dating. Erica Bell said, Tisa, we appreciate you. It's sad to see our black moguls going down like this. What's done in the dark shall come to light. Lauren warned us. You say that, but it's only Diddy. There's a million other black billionaires in America. I get what you're saying about the black moguls, but Diddy is one person. There are, well, maybe not hundreds, but tens of black billionaires in America, and that's not even counting overseas. Like, come on now. No, baby. Just like Bill Cosby saying, oh, the black moguls, but everybody else was fine. Anyway, Tonya, thank you so much for the super chat. Anyway, he said he was there almost every day. He said he saw Diddy about once a week. He said, what names did he have for Cassie? He said, baby girl, CC, Cass. Then he said, bitch, slut, and hoe. Right? Whoa. And he said, she was like, what? And he was like, yeah, the B word was his fave. She was like, how would he use this? This is Miss Comey. He said, she would say, B, stop playing with me. B, bring your ass to this house. Then he would call her a slut and a hoe. Piper Tarver said, keep your foot up on the gas because somebody has to do it. Thank you. He said he would call Cassie a slut and a hoe all the time. Diddy. He would always say things like, you outright, call her a hoe outright, said you ain't nothing but an S anyway, right? Then he said, how would that happen? He said Cassie would get sad. She would cry. She would go into depression. He said Diddy would make threats. I'm going to beat your ass. He would say that a lot. Cassie would get sad, angry, scared, super emotional. Well, she would hide and stay in the house for days when Diddy threatened to put his hands on her. He would say, you keep acting like that. Anytime she did anything he didn't like, and that included having friends and going out without her, she would put out music. She would put out the music. He would say, I'm not putting out your music, sorry. He would say, no, you keep doing that. I'm not putting out your mixtape. I'm not putting out your music. I'm doing this. He would bring threats all the time. He threatened to get her parents fired from her job. He threatened to leak the tape to her parents, but said he was going to email the whole job first before everything got leaked. He said that Diddy didn't like her to have friends. Already, I said RICO, coercion, sex trafficking. People can talk about Cassie was a grown woman that made grown woman decisions, and Diddy was a grown demon that made grown demon decisions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also, Mimi J said, you are the truth. Oh, thank you. Love your dedication. Oh, and can you please tell us where you got your things? They are so cute. Actually, I'm gonna do a tutorial. You guys like the little 60s bob? Y'all know, if y'all ever see me with straight hair, y'all know what it is. I'll do a tutorial for y'all. Ozzy Small, thank you so much for it. The super chat. Okay, I'll do a tutorial later on, probably this weekend. Anyway, right? Because you know mama gotta pay bills. Anyway, right? He said he was sitting with Cassie in a car in 2012, 2013, and that's when he heard him threaten Cassie's parents. The prosecution said, stop right there. We'll come back to that. Let's slow things down. I said, this is going to be a good examination. Also, Elise Mountain said, you're great with what you do. Thanks for the reports. You're welcome. And you guys, thank you for the fan funding. Thank you for putting into the transcript payment fund. I appreciate everything for helping you guys help me out in New York. I really do appreciate you guys if I don't say enough, and I'm always going to honor people with the super chat. Night Skin said, Diddy and R. Kelly have ruined my 90s playlist. Diddy will never ruin my 90s playlist, except for I run this city, send the cops to the DA, the feds to come get me. Who knew? Who knew? Anyway, right? Well, let's see. Listen. Oh, so he said, what? So they said, okay, what happened? He said that he told her, Diddy told Dante that Dante wasn't allowed to leave the house since Cassie always wants to be out with him. He said that he couldn't meet with Cassie. He said he couldn't meet with Cassie because they said that Cassie was out at a gay club. It was Rita Ora, Adrian Bailon, it was Kyle, and it was Deontay, right? Dell said, do your thing, beauty. Free custom nails for you anytime. Love from Canada. Thank you, Dell. He said that they all went, after the gay club, they all went to Cassie's apartment. Cassie got a call from Diddy. How does he know it was Diddy? He put Cassie put Diddy on speakerphone, right? He said on speakerphone, you better bring your ASS to his house, right? Cassie started to panic. Cassie got upset. Cassie, I believe, hung up. Then Diddy talked to Deontay. She either hung up and he called back, or he was still on speakerphone. He talked to Deontay. He told him, you need to stay your ass at home too, because that B is always out with you, and she needs to stay home. Cassie was not allowed to go out without Diddy. Okay, Visionary said, girl, $5 towards your tea fund because you're spilling it everywhere. Thank you, Visionary. Cassie said she got nervous. He said that Cassie was nervous, panicked, started packing her stuff, ran and went over to Diddy's house, right? The Salty Biscuit said, missing you will never sound the same. R.I.P. Big. I know, but even, what's up, Mel? Mel, come give a shout out to your channel. Listen, we got Mel in the house. He is doing his big one in the courtroom. He is going to be here the whole trial. Mel, I know you already gave a shout out, but give your shout outs to your socials.
Watching the World 777. Come check me out. This is my great friend,
But wait, Mel, I got to ask you, what did you think of Diddy's team demanding an immediate mistrial? What was your takeaway impression?
I thought it was a good strategy, but I knew the judge was going to shoot it down.
But you got to try everything, right?
Yeah, you can't leave any bones on the table. Right?
Because as of now, it looks like Diddy is going to jail. So yeah, I wouldn't leave a bone on the table either.
That's facts.
You know?
I kept telling y'all that from day one.
Thank you so much, Mel. Also, what time is lunch over?
In 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes? Okay,
Thank you, guys.
Make sure y'all follow. All right. So listen,
Wait a minute, y'all. I got to take this. Hold on. Pause. Here we go, y'all.
15 minutes. Ava Philippa Watson said, Tisha, like always, oh, okay. So anyway, he commanded Cassie's stylist to stay home. Cassie was not allowed. He also said that Diddy had all approval of Cassie's looks. Anytime she even stepped out the house, they would have to send photos to Diddy, and Diddy would pick the one he approved of, and that was it. Miss Alexi, thank you so much for the super chat. And Tonya Martin said, love your spirit, girl. Get a cup of coffee. Oh, thank you for all that update. You're welcome. They said in 2014 Vanity Oscar party, that's when things blew up. He said the Vanity Fair party was like an Oscars after party. Indigo, so thank you so much for the super chat. He said it was Puff, it was Cass, it was Derek, right? And they would come with Cassie. So he came with Cassie, right? Diddy was already there with his stylist, Derek Roche. Cassie had her hair down. He said she looked bomb. The hair was cut straight. It looked good, right? He said Diddy approached him, ripped him up by his jacket, lifted him up, and said, I thought I told you to put Jacqueline Hall. Thank you so much for the super chat. He said, I thought I told you to put her hair up. Mind you, Deontay's feet are dangling from the thing, and he's being gripped up at the Vanity Fair party. Disney really thought he was in an unscripted episode of Carlito's Way, right?
Yeah.
Then he said, I thought I told you to put her hair up. They said he went to, then he got some hairpins out, gave it to Derek Roach, Cassie, and Diddy. They went into the bathroom, and they tried to put her hair up. And he said afterwards, Diddy came out and was like, yo, I guess y'all was right. It does look better down. And that's why Cassie was allowed to keep her hair down. All right? Now get this with the music, because this is going into the coercion. Remember how they said that Diddy held Cassie hostage by those tapes and the music? He said that Deontay said that he helped pick Cassie's songs out because they were friends. He probably should have been like a creative director or something like that. He would come up with creative ideas. He talked about Cassie's mixtape. He said the mixtape could have been released for free or stream. He said the mixtapes are kind of like promotion. But when mixtapes do really well, you release them for profit because you can make money off the mixtapes, right? He said in 2013, she came out with Rockabye Baby, right? He said that Diddy said, like, yo, if it does well, I'll let you sell it online. And Cassie could make some money so she could leave him and be independent and leave everything Diddy had. He said that it was never sold online. Diddy decided that it would be free, right? Even though he did say if it did well, it could go on streaming platforms. They said, how did you do it? They said, well, then how did the mixtape go? They said it went really well. She had the #1 mixtape for the year. In 2013, it was a top mixtape of the year. Is this not proving that Diddy held Cassie's career over the head? Is it not proving that Diddy didn't allow Cassie to have a career? I'm sick of everybody acting like Cassie was a bum when she got with Diddy. Cassie was the hottest thing pumping, and Diddy kept putting his foot on her career's neck and wouldn't let her do this, right?
Right.
And then, again, he said, he obviously said Diddy never gave Cassie's career a chance. They said that she was recording an album around the time they broke up, right? They said Cassie did so much studio time. They had pics in the studio. There was a teepee in the studio to fix. Cassie was focused and locked in. They said Cassie recorded hundreds of songs. And Diddy only released 10% of them. And these were songs with a collab. Again, does it not seem like it was a lie about the fact that Diddy was trying to help Cassie's career and Cassie was benefiting from everything Diddy did? It was, you guys, it was all a lie. It was all a lie. Talk to me. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also, Mia Benami. Oh my God, Mia. Thank you so much for that generous super chat.
Oh, I keep forgetting. My bad, y'all.
Listen, so anyway, they said also.
1 second, Tisa.
What's up? Hey, what's up, guys?
And she doing a great job. I love Tisa.
Oh, thank you.
That's my girl. That's my new friend right there. I love you, Tisa.
But hold on, let's get into this. Why don't you give your shout outs?
Big Ratchet, man.
Unless he be talking incels and shit about black women. But go on, Ratchet.
I remember seeing
TV, the newest journalist, man. Y'all go subscribe. Salute to Tisa Tells. She the dopest person covering this Diddy shit, man.
Oh, thank you, Ratchet. Oh, you're welcome. Make sure you salute these black content creators in the street. He's doing the big thing. Unless he's talking trash about me. But he's doing the big thing.
We love you over here, Ratchet.
Oh, that's what's up. Make sure y'all go and support Ratchet TV. You gonna be out here for the whole trial?
Be out for most of it.
Okay, listen, most good.
I'm gonna go back up there
really
now.
Quick before you go, what did you think about Diddy's team requesting that mistrial? And tell them the tenseness that was in the courtroom.
Now, it was a big argument. They definitely are pushing for it. I think that it was a reach, but I understand because the government playing dirty. And if you in that courtroom listening, they got some dirty tactics. But Tisa, you need to give them your input on when you did that time frame with the loop on how that was 8:30 to 6:30.
Oh yeah.
I really want you to get back to that because you had me thinking like, what the fuck? That was very.
It was a good loop. All right, Ratchet. Listen, enjoy. See you guys.
Salute to Tisa, man. Salute to Tisa, y'all. We love you, Tisa.
Thanks, Ratchet. Make sure y'all go and follow.
Most definitely.
Break that down.
I will. I'm gonna break it down for y'all right now. So what he's talking about, because I got to go in the court in a second, right? Dante is still not done testifying. We on lunch, and girl, he was only on the stand for like maybe 10 minutes and already destroyed every single thing that he got to do. Every single thing, right? So Blue Sunside said, I look forward to your tea every day. The best in the game. Go Tisa. Also, Adrian Blackstock said, loved your upbeat energy. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Dina said, girl, this trial keeps me in wonder. Keep up the good work. Peace and blessings. This trial got me going. Okay, so what was Ratchet TV talking about, right? So listen, they were trying to poke holes in Capricorn Clutch's story today because the officer said that they showed up at Kid Cudi's house at 8:20. They saw Diddy's SUV sitting outside the door. They didn't see, remember Capricorn Clark testified yesterday that she saw they were sitting in front of the door. Kid Cudi pulled up in his Porsche. He took off. They chased him. It went all over the place. And then, Kid Cudi eventually lost him. And everybody was like, yo, well, Diddy's team was like, that don't even make any sense because there's dead ends. Anybody that's actually been in the Hollywood Hills, I think that's the Wonderland area, knows that, yes, there's a dead end, but before the dead end, there's a million left turns, right turns. You act like he lives in a cul-de-sac. That's like he's at the edge of the cul-de-sac. He could have easily made a turn. So what ended up happening? So they're putting up pictures of the map, and we're looking at the map like, I see he can make a left there. I see he can make a right there. What is this dead end that y'all swear is coming up? But it didn't even end then. So what ended up happening? So they were like saying like, wait, Capricorn Clark said that Diddy snatched her at somewhere between 5 and 6 a.m. She said about 5:30, he snatched her, right? She called and she was like, oh my God, Diddy got me, he got a gun. He's looking for Kid Cudi and he says he's gonna murk Kid Cudi. You know, she's literally thinking that Diddy's gonna come out and do something to her. So Mark Agnifilo was like, oh, so when you, or was it Brian? I think it was Mark. Was like, oh, so you mean to tell me that when you called him, did you say it was a gun? She's like, yeah. And they're like, how come they didn't know it clearly? How come it was never reported? But here's the funny thing. When I said that, I said, yeah, good point. Because Kid Cudi didn't even report that Diddy was on the scene. He didn't report anything. All he reported was a break-in. So then I got to thinking. Then I tried to make Capricorn Clark look like a liar, saying like, oh, you said it was supposed to happen this happened at 5:30, Capricorn Clark said, but you're saying you responded at 8:20. And everybody was like, oh, how do you do that time? Because it's a 2-hour time difference. Until I started thinking, I said, well, hold on. It's about a 2 to 3 hour time difference, depending on who you believe. I said, well, hold on, let's think about it. Because in Capricorn Clark's testimony, she told us that Kid Cudi testified he dropped Cassie off at that hotel. Then he went around to his house and he was gonna do something, but then he thought, yo, hold on, what am I doing? Let me call the police. Capricorn Clark said that she was in the thing with Diddy, and Diddy told her, yo, you better go talk to Cassie, and you and Cassie better go talk to Kid Cudi and let him know that if any of y'all mention my name to the police, I'm gonna murk all y'all, right?
Whoa.
Capricorn Clark then said she got with Cassie on Diddy's behest, convinced her, then went to go talk to Kid Cudi, and they said they talked to him for about 2.5 hours to convince him to leave Diddy's name out. To leave Diddy's name out of the whole situation. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But while I'm trying to get it back, I just had a thought in my head. It's gonna be put up. Listen, who said this? Hold on. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Let me just do it. This is a commercial break. All right? Okay. Ain't no super chats. I guess I can continue. Anyway, so I was like, yo, you were talking to him for about 2 hours. This happened around 5:30. He called the police around 8. The police took 20 minutes to get to his house. What is that telling you? In the early morning hours, after Capricorn Clark did that, he sent her and Cassie to go convince Kid Cudi to keep his mouth shut. Kid Cudi then said, okay, he still called the police, but no, he didn't mention a gun. But he also didn't mention Diddy. And he also didn't mention all the stuff that Capricorn Clark told him. And they showed up at 8. Is that not 2 hours? Capricorn Clark's story keeps getting more and more and more true. Mother Dragon said, thanks, pretty lady. Thank you. Listen. Capricorn Clark's story held up. And I said, well, you just explained that 2-hour window. Because after they talked to him for 2 hours, he called. And don't forget, Kid Cudi also said that after, right? Diddy was texting him like, yo, where you at? Where you at? I'm here. Diddy told him he was at his house. That would explain why the second time when the police came, they were in the car. And when they saw the police roll up, they pulled off. Again, there was a 2-hour block. So that loop that Capricorn Clark was talking about actually happened. And when that happened, Mark Agnifilo, I think we realized it in the same question, like, hey, Karen Ferguson, thank you so much for the super chat, right? I think Capricorn Clark's story actually really into the courtroom. You know me, I keep it love, peace, and light out here. Listen, thank you everybody for being there. And let's get into this. Listen, somebody said, so why didn't Kid Cudi mention all this in court? Let me tell you something, and this is why it's important to be in the courtrooms, okay? You need to listen to this, right? It's important to be in the courtroom because, and this is important, Capricorn Clark, Kid Cudi, and Cassie, they all literally have limitations to their testimony, right? They have, what's that? Hi. Okay.
Show up for either just about Tony, Blake Wiley.
Oh, hold on really a second. Sasha Renee speaks at Tisa. This is your moment. Your hard work is motivation for us all small content creators. Thanks for keeping your foot on Diddy's neck. Sasha Renee speaks. Y'all make sure y'all follow her and make sure let's start promoting small creators. I'm a small creator, y'all. We can make a community, baby. Anyway, listen.
Yes,
why did he say this yesterday? Because there were a million things where people had to 100% limit their testimony over and over and over. They are having sidebars where they are arguing over and over and over about what they can say and what they can't say. Diddy's team is playing a PR game. Y'all don't hear the fact that they literally have conversations like he can say A but not B. He can say he was at the house, but he can't say he came in. He can say he was wearing a red shirt, but he can't talk about he was wearing socks. He didn't talk about it because the defense has been fighting to limit his testimony. So they can only say much, which is why the government is having 15 other witnesses come and corroborate and fill in the blanks of what happened. That's why. And let me tell you something. The defense knows this, and the defense is struggling, baby. We love to see it. So shout out to everybody that said I was wrong, but look who's right now. Cole's Lawson. Am I the only person who thinks Diddy stole the jewelry just to trap Capricorn? I believe that too, because you can't tell me that Diddy let millions of dollars of jewelry go. I agree with that too, right? Oh my God. The best part is when Mark Agnifilo was questioning the fire expert, he was literally trying to act like, lol, was it really that big a cut? Was it really that big of a fire? And I said, is that what we do with Mark Agnifilo? Was it that big of a fire? Hell yeah. Any fire is one fire too far. Anyway, Marie M said, sending you good vibes from Oakland. You are the GOAT. What's up, Marie? Sending love right back to Oakland town. I think Oakland gonna be your last stop. Anyway, Cameron King, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, everybody shout out to Cassie. She had a baby, healthy boy. And congratulations for her. Oh, last thing before I go in. Diddy's team is still trying to get Cassie back on the stand. They want all her testimony thrown out. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. I gotta go back up to the courtroom. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye.
I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, man. I forgot what I was gonna close with. God dang it. I told y'all from day one, when they first denied him bail, and they said that they got 90 terabytes of data. 90 terabytes of data is a lot. That is a whole lot. That's number 1, 2, and 3. Now, he ain't getting out, man. I mean, dude, if he was getting out, things wouldn't be going this way. And this is what I'm going to say, just like what Tisha just said. Diddy going to jail. Diddy going to do some time. He going to do some time. Now, how much time he going to do, I have no idea. But this young lady right here, Biggie was running. It's so many, it's just too many fingers pointing at him. If you go, oh, they just want a bag. You could say that all that they just want money. You could say all that if you want. These people are pointing the finger, and they got strong people backing it up. It's too many people saying, Diddy beat on Cassie. I done seen this. I done seen all the bodyguards saying it, all the cooks and all the people that was working with Diddy. Diddy is going to jail. I don't care what anybody say, man. If Diddy don't go to jail, then there's something wrong with our system. It is something wrong with our system. And one last thing I'm going to say, Diddy lawyers know it. That's why the black lawyer, I hate to call him black. That's why the black lawyer left. Because he know Diddy going to jail. He probably seen the video footage that they got and say, this is what we got. This person is going. They got, I'm assuming, and I'm going to hold fast on it, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, I think they got the tapes of Diddy blackmailing people, and they got the people that he was blackmailing coming forward saying, this is me on that tape doing this to some little, I don't know, an animal or whatever, workers. Yeah. And I had to pay him X amount of money every month. I think they have stuff like that nobody is talking about right now. That's they ace in the hole. They probably got 4 people to do that. Beyond a reasonable doubt. Beyond a reasonable doubt. The FBI, the feds, or whatever you want to call them, they got a high turnover rate, and they know that they got an answer to them liquor people. They got their foot on that boy Diddy's neck. They are out. They don't care. These people don't care. They billionaires. We're going to make this mother suffer. The only way he going to get out of his suffering, Because I'm like, look at these movies, Frank Lucas. Look at these movies like Training Day. Look at these movies. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at LeBron James. It's the determination in people. When Uncle Mike started doing a YouTube channel, I was determined to be successful. There ain't no way to lose on this. So it takes a determination type person to understand these people got first of all, no bail more than 3 times. Come on, cousin. Come on, man. Y'all don't see this coming. Oh my gracious, boy. I know good and well, boy. If Diddy don't do no time, I gotta go through all these videos and take them down. Yeah, Uncle Mike, you was talking all that trash. Yeah, I was wrong. It's 2 left shoes. 2 left shoes is wrong, baby. I know one thing. Beyond a reasonable doubt, I can feel it. I can feel it in my guts, man. Nancy Grace, all the stuff they saying, they haven't even started yet. They still on all the stuff that they already know they got. Come on, man. What's on 90 terabytes? Hell, forget 90 terabytes. 90. Give me 1 terabyte, dog. No, fill up your phone with videos, right? Your phone, the average phone don't even have 1 terabyte. Do you understand what I'm saying? One phone does not have, I got all kinds of videos in here. Okay, let's go 2 phones, 2 terabytes, 90 terabytes. Get out of here, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.